Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my notes and my life. Today we are going to see about the topic database. So what is meant by a database, where we are using it, what are the different types of database, and how we can solve a query by grid example. A database is a collection of data that is stored in a logical and organized manner. That means a database is a collection of data that we store in a table. It is in a well organized manner. And there are certain locations where we can use database. That will be like a patient medical record in hospitals. In most of the schools we are using it to store or record the database of the staff, the students, the office people, non-teaching staffs. In library to store the book details, and in telephone directory which contains the name and address and telephone number of the people and the business, etc. The database can be based on paper or it can be based on an electronic data. So electronic database is that created and stored on a computer. That means whatever we have as a soft copy and we are keeping it, we call it as an electronic data. It has been widely used because the advantages they offer to the user. So we said that we are using database, that is electronic database, widely. So we will see one by one what are the advantages of database being electronic. The advantages of database being in electronic database is that it can be easily stored in a specific way. That means if you want in alphabetic order or if you want from the highest to lowest, in any way you can sort it. You can filter out the data and find out the data very quickly, and then you can easily share it in the internet or with a portable devices. You can validate it to make sure the data entered is a possible, realistic and sensible data. You can have a backup of this database and you can have save some space. When you are using a database, it is definite that you should know certain terms that we are using in database. So we will see what is a database structure and how you can create a database structure. Okay, so these are the key terms in the descriptions that is given. The first thing is a table. Table is a structure in which data is stored in the database. Then we have a flat file database, a database whose records are stored in a single table. Then you have record. Record means a collection of data about one single item. That means if you are telling about a person, the person details will be a record, like his date of birth, his whether he is male or female, what is his profession, like that. If you are recording a data about a person, that the entire collection of data about one single person or one single item you call in a database as a record. Then field, you have 10 number of people and you are keeping a record of the date of birth, the gender and occupation of the person. So date of birth will be a field, gender will be a field, their occupation will be a field. So field is one piece of data about an item in the database. It is not like a particular person, it is just about an item. If it is date of birth, it will take date of birth of all the available person in the table. Here is an example that shows the difference between record and field. I have a table here with a student name, phone number and birth date. Okay, so this one, phone number, if I select this, the entire phone number of different students will be a field. So the field phone number will consist of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers or 5 data. And a record, we call it as a record or a data of a person, and all the data will be included. Like if I take Sam, the data of Sam will be phone number and its date of birth. So easily we can say that field is a column in the database and a record is a row in the database.